am Ena K. McPherson. My pronoun is she, her, or they. I am a local community gardener based in Bedford-Stuyvesant, Brooklyn, central Brooklyn. I've been in the neighborhood for approximately, I'm in my 24th year. I came here around 9/11 intentionally. Landing here sort of really amplified and heightened my sensibilities. And so I purchased property here. It's been a joy. But there's been a lot of changes. The neighborhood has changed exponentially. Some of it good, some of it not so affirming. There's so much history here. I walk around all the time and I'm taken by the simplest of things, the sidewalk, the magnificent buildings, but the community is shifting. We fight to hold our place. Culture reigns in Bedford-Stuyvesant. Our culture is rooted in everything we do here. I came here as a young woman. I landed in East New York, and in the 70s, East New York was a whole different way of life. But I felt so much at home. I saw my culture here, you know. I felt that an affinity for the people, the diaspora, and the food, the music, the culture, the people. It's like, you know, yeah, I felt at home, and I made it my home for more than 50 years. I have lived in this country. The culture and the people are what makes Bedford-Stuyvesant a culturally relevant little diasporic center of New York City. I mean, everything is here. Everything is in Bed-Stuy, even though it's kind of, you know, somewhat rapidly gentrifying. But there's still very aspects of the neighborhood because you go into these places and you see yourself. To me, community is everything, everything. My mother had a sense of community, and I saw that growing up. You know, our whole lives were centered around helping people and community. So for me, community is everything, and that's my hashtag. My first workshop was facilitated through the laundromat project. And that was many, many years ago. It was over 20 years ago. And so I continue. So I'm a huge fan of the laundromat project. And I was so happy when you all were able to come back to the neighborhood, because I know for a number of years you were outside the neighborhood. Art is everywhere. The way we live is creating models of sustainability, storytelling. The recurring theme through all our existence and it's a powerful medium of expression, and it can take so many forms. Cooking, gardening, speaking, that's art. I see placekeeping for me, as amplifying the work that I'm engaged in and the people that engaged in the work before I came. And so I consider myself sort of like a vehicle of continuing the work. And so yes, it's important that we amplify the work of the people that existed before us. I don't leave it to anyone's responsibility to talk about the work that I do. No one will talk about the work you do as much as you will. I'm the founder of 2 gardens, and I never ever in the beginning expressed who I was. I'm a community gardener. And one of my gardeners, every time someone came to the site, she would say, "This is Ena, our founder." I said, "Well, wait a minute. I am a founder." You know, and I really took strength from that. So now I introduced, yes, I write, I said, you know, Ena K. McPherson, founder. We need systems to be developed that will push the culture and the society forward, because there's been a lot of funding cuts for programs that are geared towards the younger generation. We have a lot of green spaces in New York City, which is, I mean, in Bed-Stuy here, which is really my focus. We could get more funding, because, you know, Parks is always cutting. It's the first thing they cut is, you know, New York City Parks Department, you know, we have many community gardens and parks. We have three major parks here, Von King, Saratoga, and Harmony Park, which is off Atlantic Avenue. A lot of people don't know it's a huge park, but it's adjacent to residences, so people don't know what is a viable public space. And so money is always needed because the first thing they're going to cut is they're going to cut composting, they're going to cut staffing for parks. So yes, so if we, you know, if I would say what we need most, we need to have a more vibrant funding for our green spaces. Housing is also a problem. Housing is a huge problem in this neighborhood in Bedford-Stuyvesant. Nobody can afford to live in Bed-Stuy. It's gotten out of control because public housing, NYCHA, they have buildings, they have apartments that are warehoused. And instead of fixing those apartments and putting them back into their general community, we have high-rises going up, you know, people are coming out and buying two families and bundling them and putting on, you know, huge apartments on top. And people, you have public housing. Public housing is not public anymore. It's now private. How are people going to be able to live there affordably? So housing is a huge issue in this neighborhood. So if there's anything that needs to be done or need more of, we need to really focus on making people's lives better because we have the infrastructure. Build on that. Make it better. That's it.